Oh yeah, Sean had made another banger. Where's that? Female Gooners. In this economy?
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Ah.
What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 5-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or BookTok, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women, in particular, have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
And holy shit! Who raised you? Who are you working for? Did your parents not love you? Why are you reading Morning Glory Milking Farm?
A popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle.
And what's
she
that?
starts an OnlyFans.
That's worse!
She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
What? Who are you? This is a skinwalker. You ain't fooling me. Also, do people still read books in 2025? Do you guys read books? Why? I'm genuinely curious. Why not use your phone?
Right, the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farm since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
God.
If this book is trash, then I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Yo, you asked for garbage coming your way.
Eyeballs on this because it is so good.
Is it? The female Gooner epidemic.
I regret to inform you that there is a new epidemic.
Also, I'd love to comment on her outfit. I don't know what she's wearing. It looks like she's dressed as Severus Snape, but it looks really freaking cool.
An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female Gooners.
Okay, Kakashi Hatake. No one's gonna get that reference.
Now, for those of you unaware, Gooner is internet slang for...
You know, I've never read smut in my life. And no one will believe me when I say that.
Someone addicted to porn. And smut is slang for dark romance novels.
Oh, dark romance. Okay. Does Hamlet count? I don't know.
Otherwise known as... Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships, and most men know the material they consume
I'm pretty sure that, like, the warnings apply to everyone, not just men. Am I wrong?
It's weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they
ashamed of it? Brother, this world would be lost without porn. And that's coming from someone who doesn't watch a lot of porn.
Incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on...
Well, their fit is pretty good, so maybe some of the books aren't that bad. I'm willing. Look, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Forgive me.
TikTok. They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking.
You have the monster again! Show an head! If you do not drink from that can, I'm gonna crash out again!
Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yeah.
Isn't that the pot calling the kettle degenerate? So is that like saying she reads smut?
Yes. Yes, it is. But have you considered it takes one to truly know one? You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries...
Alright, ready to... Shut the f... I'm kidding.
Men have tried to figure us out.
Also, I think I've pointed this out many... Why do you have a smoking pipe? I'm blocking it. She looks really cool with glasses on.
Food is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together.
That's the same thing!
It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance convention that ended.
So there isn't much difference between smut and like normal corn, right? I'm like trying to understand this.
Disaster. Let's take a break from all this depressing political news and talk about something silly. Not that those political things aren't important, trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do.
No, you shouldn't! Do not bother with the news. That shit is really bad for you. Unless it's absolutely necessary, like a global pandemic. And even then, you will hear from it whether you watch the news or not, trust me. As someone who doesn't watch the news, if something is important, it will reach you, believe me.
But fear not, I have an app for that. So before we get into this video—
God, I went on the entire rant there was just a segue for a spot. Damn you, shoe-on-head!
But let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, Ground News.
God damn it.
Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers an easy way to read news from all across the political spectrum. From left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias.
That's like that thing on Microsoft. Does anyone else have this on like, I think it's Windows 11 or 10, I'm not sure. There's this thing at the bottom of your, like if you're on PC, look right now. At the bottom of your taskbar to the left, there's like this news thing. And is it just me, or does that shit just pop up when it feels like it? I've never once wanted to open that news pop-up thing on the bottom left. Stay down!
Do you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides? One of my favorite features on Ground News is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political aisle and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Gavin Newsom is signing a bill to give 800,000 Uber and Lyft drivers in California the right to unionize. Pretty cool, rare news.
The right to unionize. I feel like every business should have the right to unionize. I can't speak.
Some 12 news sources covered.
We don't know what that is. Alright, I'll explain it really simply. It's basically people coming together and saying, if you fire one of us, you fire all of us. And in that way, they are protected against evil CEOs, basically.
This 7 were left-wing and 0 were right-wing, because the right is covering a far more important topic. Harvard hires drag performer Lahore Vagistan as a visiting professor.
What was that actual name? Lahore!
21 news sources covered this. 20 were right-wing, 1 was left-wing. A country divided, truly. Ground News also makes it very easy to compare headlines, so you could see how political bias completely reframes.
What is the mic she's using?
For example, talking about how
Trump
has been posting a bunch of those sombrero memes, and the New York Post says White House official behind Trump's hilarious meme war on Dems revealed. And then a left-wing outlet covers the same story, like, as the shutdown continues, a checked-out Trump posts childish memes. Wildly different vibes going on.
I checked out Trump. Why does people think Trump is fit to be president? I still don't understand how he got into office. Hello? Have you... I don't get it. How did he get selected? How did he get back in office? America, explain!
I have been using Ground News since 2021. It is one of my favorite apps. Like, it is my go-to, like, when I wake up. I, check Twitter, and then I check Ground News, immediately. But don't just take my word for it.
Don't do that. Don't check Twitter when you wake up first thing in the morning.
Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. And it's only $5 a month, which is basically the price of a coffee nowadays. So go to ground.news/shoe or
I don't know where you buy coffee, but it's real expensive in my country.
Use the link in the video description. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
You're welcome. You get that bag.
Right. So let's get
Even though you probably don't need it.
Book Talk is a very interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop.
Alright, I can't focus. This outfit is so freaking cool. I don't know what it is, but I'm an edgy bastard. You guys know this. Something about the outfit is really freaking cool.
Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. And what does spice mean?
Spice meter!
It means
right.
Spice level is very important to book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy
So it's basically a freakometer. That's what the freakometer. How freaky is your book?
book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Right, I've already forgotten.
Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my...
Well, we know who the target audience are. That's pandering 101.
God, she's just like me.
Literally, I was thinking the same thing. That's like hyper pandering. That's so obvious.
Urge of moving into her parents' basement.
This book was not made to be enjoyed. This book was made specifically and mathematically to sell. I can tell already based on that intro.
Appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is Grade A certified prime beef.
There's only one catch though.
With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism.
No! Don't you come in here with your, actually, no! Go back to bed, let's get you to bed, Grandma. I will say you have a really cool voice, but other than that, no!
And toxic masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling
yeah, let's not comment on that.
sensation of a Marxist revolution.
Oh, same reaction.
Fucking bread tube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So, like I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males.
What is Viagra? And when she says milk, I'm assuming it's not actually milk. It's actually the other white liquid that comes out of... Well, it's the only white... Well, technically, it's the only white liquid that comes out of male, so... You're welcome for that description.
And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some
Why?
watch.
No! You did not read the whole thing. No, you enjoyed that. I don't believe you read the whole thing for this video. No, you enjoyed that shit.
This is my job, okay? I'm not out here like selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now let's take a look at some of these notes I
said the YouTuber.
Wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls.
Yep, that seems about right.
At one point, she says the term, and I quote,
"Oh God. Oh God. No." Gotta get on that reading glasses. What is it?
The seam of his sack. So I'm reading this, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, okay, he probably has, like, a human head, right? He probably, like, looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with, like, horns. Then I see the official artwork.
No!
That's a cow.
That's just a moo-moo! You're not even trying to hide it! That's a moo-moo with a like a bald cut! Who do you think you're fooling?
Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a few parts they're being intimate and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like...
Hooves.
I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing him. And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing the shit and you're just like...
Stop!
That's a cow. I mean, you're at a solid 5.5.
Oh, what is in the analog horror is this? Human pro, shifter, humanoid creature, non-humanoid creature. What the fuck is that? That's the only time I'd probably read smut if it consists... Oh, you can't see it because I'm blocking it. Let me make myself invisible for you lovely, beautiful people. But, yeah. That's the only time I'll read smut. When Cthulhu's in it.
On the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also f***ers his ass.
No! What do you mean?
The cow's ass. By the way, if you want an uncensored version of this video and all
I really, no thank you. I'm good. I got the picture. Please drink the Monster Energy.
videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video.
Patreon.
So you can
join my Patreon, which is disabled because people gave me money and I felt like I was not giving them enough stuff, so I disabled the Patreon so you can't support me on Patreon. Haha! There's no way for you to give me money. Eat shit and die.
me talking about f***ing and f***ing a cow's asshole. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans.
Yeah, the IRS exists across dimensions.
Sad.
We can't
and he
escape
has
them.
one of those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow.
The cow is
with a
divorced.
cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks. The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date.
Wait, hang on. We didn't even get into the cow's backstory. Like, I want to hear his tragic backstory and all that.
To just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half.
If a book has the word feminist, I'm pretty sure I don't want to read it. Cause, like, feminism as a whole is a good thing, but a lot of people misconstrued it into something terrible.
Including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her. The heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders, but you hold all the cards. Your
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that
Let's do some voice acting. If I overstep, I want you to tell me, about the Fortnite Battle Pass. I took a shit in my ass. I've already forgotten what you said.
it's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you.
That's so much words just to say I'm paying the bill.
End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought.
Right.
But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside
No way! That's an actual line?
there are two wolves.
To be honest, I can't appreciate the boldness. That is so out of pocket.
Or two bowls. The strong
Like, we went from, I will pay the bill, to straight up to, fall into his Crackle Barrel. I'm so sorry, Crackle Barrel. I don't mean to tarnish your name. Please don't send the barrel people after me.
independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man,
Submissive and
or
brittle.
a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's
I'm honestly, I have no words. I'm so awestruck right now.
what I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon.
I just want to
with
make it clear. I'm not like trying to discourage people from liking things. Bro, like whatever you want. Like, seriously, do whatever you want. But if you put it on the internet, you have to be prepared for people to criticize your existence, because that's just what the internet is, apparently.
21,000 ratings.
Oh
And
my god, it's actually called Book Talk.
3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones here. Hear me out. Hear me out. A milking good time. Sweet.
The first two comments are hear me out. No, I will not. No, sir. I will not be hearing you out. You take this cord and you go directly to jail.
And creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just gonna be
What does leery mean? That's a very big word. Hello? There we go.
porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot? Please. This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles. Like, sure you do. This book could kill
Playboy. This could... That's my favorite one so far.
Victorian child. 5 stars. I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant now. So that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star. Not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family has no food for the winter. 1 star. Accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Listen.
What do you... No! No! Not me, mom.
Why can't human males be more like this?
Do not call us human males unless you are a lizard person.
Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot-tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never want to hear from another person.
This is really fun for me because I'm ASO. I don't really worry about any of this, so I'm enjoying the frick out of this.
About how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald, man detected, this isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is.
This is for people like, what's the term? Princesses. People who want the princess treatment, I imagine. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my basic understanding of what's going on.
So morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and...
Shut the fuck up! Shut! No! Stop talking! I don't need to hear this!
True love with a minotaur.
First, I thought this was an AI comment, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, oh god, this person is being dead ass.
This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like...
We should all be
I'm really
slaves!
thinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay? Bull
yeah.
cock matters.
Okay.
Oh my God. Edit that out. Editor, edit that out.
Nah.
Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology.
We laugh. But isn't that like a running meme with like, certain corn topics? Like, the horse schlong. So like, who's the real villain here?
Way too many 5 stars.
I know
Some
what
of
I'm
you
saying.
are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them?
No, no, not really.
He summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle and
I like made of my existence.
the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose the bear. The billionaire orc.
Oh
Moth
my-
manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh.
Pounded by produce! Pounded by produce! That's not what you're supposed to be doing in the grocery aisle! Get out! Play that taco meme. Get out!
Are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the first book
No. That's no.
I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it's not a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
Can we stop calling them minotaurs? That was a cow. That was a cow standing on two legs. You can't fool me!
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washing machine again. Women on TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions.
I don't want people to watch my video and be like, oh, I'm ashamed of... Now, read whatever you want. Seriously, do whatever the frick you want. Like, an embarrassing thing I like to consume is... I rewatched Naruto like 5 fucking times with the filler. That's pretty embarrassing.
Of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge.
Yes, I said with the filler.
Purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books.
I sometimes watch YouTube shorts. Yes, I apologize. You may unsubscribe now.
Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy book clubs and wine." But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up. Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is what you guys are essentially doing. It's just funny, okay? Like, it's...
Can I say, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I know people who does that. I know some really horny people who sometimes does that. And from someone who's not on either side, I'm on another side of the spectrum, y'all both look the same to me. Y'all doing the same goddamn thing. To be honest, it's the same thing. You both doing it. Why are you getting mad at each other? Just consume your shit. And let me watch Naruto again. You can't stop me.
Funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young
woman... I don't care if Chainsaw Man anime, the movie, I watch the old shit.
A job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny? It's funny. If that makes me a sexist, misogynist, you got me. To act like you are so different and above the other Gooners is just... It's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it
that's what I'm
to
saying.
fat booty Latinas in Space 12. You're sitting there all high and mighty.
Are Latinas really that, like, curvilicious? That's a horrible term. I shouldn't have said that. But people say, like, Latinas are really curvy. Is that true? Or is that just like a meme? Alright, let me think of a Latina creator. Isn't Iron Mouse a Latina? Probably. Do you know Iron Mouse is probably, like, more on the tan side than white? I don't know, I like it about her. But unfortunately, you can't be a brown VTuber for multiple reasons of which I will not talk about in this video.
You're so superior because you can perfectly envision...
Even my character is a bit more tan than this, which you would see in my older concept designs, which is not public, and I will not show you because it's really, really bad.
A horse spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy. But purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there. For example, these men have clearly not yet discovered knotting, a popular term in romantasy right now.
No! I don't, please don't tell me what knotting is!
Involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex, they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides. Oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy.
I have never heard of that shit before in my life. That sounds like a rat king. Does anyone know what the rat king is? When rats like bundle up together, don't look it up, it's really gross. But it's basically rats whose tails get stuck together into a knot.
That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't
Wait,
get it.
what?
You don't know what knotting is.
Why do you know this? Wait, hold on, forget them chewing it. Why do you know what knotting? Were you a vet? That's the only instance I can know. Like, why would you have this information? They don't teach you this shit at school. Don't lie to me.
Reading, bro. What happened to that like stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing? Going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy. What happened to that? We used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls.
Yeah,
when
but
50 Shades
like,
of Grey came out.
But like, don't everyone do that? Cause like, I get recommended videos all the freaking time because YouTube puts me into the stupid trap. Basically, I know who is it, Meru? Who's that red succubus person? You know exactly who I'm talking about. Don't you lie to me. It's the same. You guys are doing the same thing. I don't know why you guys are going on over this. It's the same thing. Just enjoy yourselves. Control. Limit it. Limit. That's what I want. Limit it. Keep it limited. Too much of anything is bad.
And people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50 Shades of Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the shit the average woman on TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You fantasize about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little.
That's me, except I'm watching YouTube slop and watching my brain melt. That sums up my life pretty accurately. Just like slowly dying. And I'm okay with it.
Secret. The quiet nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so.
I know quite a lot of people who is like the quote-unquote quiet type. Once you get to know them, holy shit, does the demon come out.
Quiet nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100
yeah, baby! Back shots from Cthulhu! Let's fucking go! Let's go, Terraria! Make it happen! Show me the mod!
There's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing
I got way too deep into that. Holy shit. I need to calm down.
Role play, fiction is fiction, right? You're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow. Or at least I hope not. We all know there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
Oh. Do you want your biggest dreams to become reality? Sinners and Stardust. What am I looking at? Oh, it's a cosplay thing. Oh, that's cool. Oh.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners.
I don't know about you. That looks cool. It looks like a cosplay. Then again, there's like way too many people there, and like too many people for me to handle. So I'll stay in a box at home. Thank you very much.
And Stardust was supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make. This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously he's a musical
I'm looking
artist.
at this like in the wrong light, aren't I?
This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his
so it's a furry convention! Or I assume that's what a furry... I don't actually... Please don't send me a pipe bomb, I'm so sorry. That's just what I imagine it to be. Why can't I play the... There we go.
Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman, despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and, you know...
Why would you go? Did you not do any research? Like, hello? You seem like me. We should not be at these places. Do your research, never go unprepared.
That shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away. And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy, dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books, at this romantasy convention, full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago, there was this thing called cosplay is not consent. Basically, it was a campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back, because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry for
I
over a
have
decade.
never heard of that. Then again, I've only been to like one convention in my life, and everyone was pretty well behaved.
And attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes
Of
weird
course!
shit happens, but
Bloody, I called it! I knew it! Huh? You called me crazy!
honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When the furries are calling
Even
you
the
out
furries are more controlled than these guys. Holy crap.
for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, "My words did nothing." May I remind you, this is a book convention, okay? For books. Literal BDSM
At this point, is it? I feel like it's like a hostage takeover.
clubs are more respectful than this. There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality,
Ivy, please cover up yourself that you're showing way too much skin!
actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment.
So I think this is basically going off the idea of, well, it's not idea, it's proven. When you consume dark content, it may be fantasy, but it is very, very faintly affecting you. Like, alright, let's go for a very dark example. Let's say you are watching dog corn for some freaking reason, like you're just unhinged, like, oh, it's fantasy, it's fine. Slowly but surely, you will grow accustomed to that, and slowly but surely, it will affect your real life, and slowly but surely, slowly but surely, you will go to the dark side, so to speak.
It's neuroplasticity at its darkest. Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that
But that's me like breaking it down into Unga Bunga speech, so this person is putting it much more eloquently.
Visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it's
No! Well, maybe I'm different. Well, no doubt about that. But no? What do you mean? Shrexual image. Picture Shrek's naked.
stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels, because one is a video of two people actually having real sex and the other is, well, just words on paper. I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by Gooners who don't want to give it up. But is
the word goonet like an actual word? I don't think it is. Let's not use it in like an actual article.
reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough. So let me rephrase, is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, pedophilia should be shamed. I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy.
Yeah.
Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline.
You haven't drank the monster yet. Showing it, I'm gonna crash out.
You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know, the alt-right
That's a very... Do you just compare yourself to Hitler?
pipeline. And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no. Just say no to monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like
I think there's definitely a line that's crossed with these things, and I think if you... As long as you stay clear from teetering over the line, you should be in the clear. Because again, I don't want to tell people what to like and what not to like. Like, do whatever you want, but make sure it's healthy for you. Don't go too far into the depths, or else you won't come back out.
10-foot-tall dommy-mommy vampire.
Hey, Markiplier!
Giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like, I want to the pollution monster from Fern Gully. So people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men...
Stop calling us human men, I swear to Christ.
are already part
Men, guys, dudes, dudettes. Well, not dudettes, but you know what I mean.
Fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in literature.
No. Who? Who the frick?
And art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc, etc.
You guys are using really big words like of and the. I'm not following.
Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men.
Wow, that's quite a burn. Goddamn. I'm scorched.
As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic. And romance in real life is not
too realistic! Let me reread that sentence for you. As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and are just too realistic. That's not realistic. You see how that really skinny Bobby arms? That shit is not real. Eat meat. Look after yourself. That shit is not realistic. The movies, it's not realistic.
Always attainable for fat women / women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it. I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual
non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me. I'm pretty sure most humans have. Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? No! Plus the unusual. Okay, yeah.
Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia.
Well, that settles that.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of women smut.
I tried to read into it. Maybe there was like some kind of underlying message. No, it's monster cock. It's always been about monster cock. I told you from the beginning. This has always been about Shrek's penis.
Actually, monster smut is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and
Non-consensual consent. What? My brain. Non-consent. What? What?
overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those, like, dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect...
I don't get this. Do people not understand that as humans, we are all not just good and we are all not just bad? When you enter, like, holy shit, I feel like I'm losing my mind. When you are friends with someone, when you're in a relationship with someone, with everyone you meet, there will be good parts about them and there will be bad parts about them. You take the good with the bad. That's it. There's no ignoring the bad and taking only this. There will always be some good and some bad. And you guys are partners, so together you work through it. Like, am I speaking Chinese?
Guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can...
Why are you wearing a nose ring in that shot?
When a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring...
Why'd you put... Hey, Sean head, why'd you put the nose ring in? You want to explain that one?
You can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for, like, danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me. But honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you wanna rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the
I shouldn't be laughing at
fantasy,
that.
which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this.
Yeah, it's like it's the same thing! I thought I was crazy! It's literally the same thing!
What do you mean?
But on two different sides of the same coin!
Want to milk a minotaur. When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video, they're basically both the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being
the most terrifying villain of them all. Student loans and the IRS. And the government and politicians and health insurance and the bank, those guys especially, retail workers, McDonald's employees, CEOs. That's quite a bit of violence. We're living in My Hero Academia, except there's no heroes.
by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches.
By the way, I saw the new season.
Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed, and maybe as women, for the sake of society,
that's a really good line. There are some hungers better starved than fed. I just realized my background is not the right amount of pixels. What? Why does this keep happening? Go upwards. There. That satisfies my ADHD. Cool.
Starve our hunger for minotaur penis.
What?
Yeah, that's the moral of this video. So what do you guys think?
Right.
What is your theory?
Why are you
is
dressed as a
monster
cow?
romance genre
I feel like
so
you're playing a
popular with
dangerous game here, like you're trying to rage bait
women
people.
in particular? And who is
Me!
the
You're
weirdest
trying to rage bait me! Dressing as a cow, putting on the cow. I don't believe this
Hear me
shit.
out. Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all know mine already. It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has
I want to die.
a vibe. You know what? Never mind. And I will see you guys again
It's
really
because
soon
he is a
with
fish.
new video.
Fish! 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 Oh my god, I always enjoy her videos. Like really, it's so fascinating to learn about these kind of things because I never got the time. I never have the time to like figure these things out on my own. I live under like several layers of rocks. But yeah, that was Shoe on Head. Please let me know if you'd like to see more because I would love to react to more of her stuff. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like more Shoe on Head reactions. But for now, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hi. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. We also stream every Friday on Twitch at twitch.tv/themastersky. Or if you really love me, wink wink, then come support us on Patreon at patreon.com/mastersky to stay up to date with all of our new projects. And we also have a Discord server. We're looking for new members, so come say hey. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye bye.